Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial video. In our today video, I will go over how to convert a CSV file which storage some latitude and longitude points into a shapefile by using Python. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're gonna do is create a Jupyter notebook. So I already created this folder over here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a Jupyter notebook. I'm gonna name it CSV into shapefile. So perfect. The first thing that we need to do, we need to import the OS library, and we need to specify the location of the Jupyter notebook that we just created. So OS ch dir, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste the location of the folder. So it's over here. Remember, Windows user, your username, and over here. So yeah, let's find the location. So I save it over here. So now I need to copy this location, need to paste it over here inside quotation marks. I'm gonna put an R to avoid some errors. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download some CSV data. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download the location of the airports. So this one is a free dataset that you can download it, and I'm gonna use this one over here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the file. I'm gonna paste it in the folder that we just created. So now I'm gonna use a famous library to read the data. So by the way, in order to run a cell, you can use Shift Enter or click in the cell and run it by using this icon. So escape M, enter, 2 hash, and I'm gonna name the step. So I'm gonna read the data, reading the CSV data. So in order to do this, I'm gonna use a famous library called pandas as PD. Perfect. So once we imported the library, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the data, and I'm gonna storage the data in this variable that I created called airports. PD. So let's call pandas, and there is a function in pandas that is called read_CSV, which allow us to read the data, the CSV data. So between the quotation mark, I need to specify the same name, basically the file that we just downloaded, airports.csv. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at the so let's close this, to the data frame. So data frame is this structure. So you can see there are some columns and rows. So as you can see, there are like 71,860 airports, and we have some data such as the type of airport, the name of the airport, the location. So we have the location, the latitude and longitude location in degrees, also the elevation of the airport, the continent, the country, and the region, and the municipality where they are. And yeah, because of this, it's like an open source data that you can download. So for some of the airports, they specify where they get the location. Some of them are Wikipedia. Also, there are other links. So perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert. So let's create a title. So I'm gonna convert the CSV file into a shapefile. Okay, in order to do this, I'm gonna use a popular library called pandas, sorry, geopandas. Let's import this as GPD. Okay, so if you have any problem importing this library, so I'm gonna put a video in the description that I already made, where basically I go over this error over here that I'm putting. So I'm teaching you how to solve that error. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is so this is the variable where I'm gonna save the shape file. So basically I'm using the same, but I'm putting this. You can use whatever name you want. Yeah, I'm just specifying this CHP as a shapefile. But again, you can use whatever name you want. So I'm gonna use geopandas. I'm gonna call geo data frame, and over here, so I need to specify the CSV file, which is stored in airports variable. So now I need to define the projection. So a common projection, as you can see, the latitude and longitude is in degrees. Those are in degrees. So the common projection that you can use to convert these numbers into geospatial data is by using the EPSG with a number of 4326. Now we need to specify the geometry. This will be like a new column that will be created in this file, which contains the geolocation data. And in order to do this, so we are gonna use these two columns, the latitude and longitude. Okay, so we are gonna use again geopandas, the function called points from xy, and over here inside the parentheses we need to specify the longitude and the latitude data. So in order to do this, so we are going to call the CSV, so the variable that contains the CSV. And as you can see, so the longitude is all the values are located in this column. So I'm just going to copy and paste. So with this, so you are calling the variable, and with this part over here, so you are like calling a specific column. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the latitude. Perfect. Will take some time. So now if I take a look at the file that we generated, is basically the same one, but the new column is called geometry, which storage, as you can see, are points, and it storage the latitude, the longitude and latitude for each of the airports. Perfect. So now what we are going to do is we are going to save the file. So escape M, saving the file. Perfect. So in order to save the file, so what we need to do is call the variable that we created, shapefile variable, sorry, and over here that to file with this function, so we are able to save the file. Let's use R to avoid some errors, and inside the quotation marks, so we need to specify the folder, the location of the folder. The location of the file. So what I'm gonna do is I can either create a folder called airports shapefile, whatever name, you want to do. I'm gonna use the same one. So I'm gonna just create a folder. So I'm gonna save in that folder. I'm gonna use the same name, CHP. So remember, so we are saving a shapefile. So so the file must contain this. You must add this .chp. So it's saving the file. It takes some time because there are like a lot of data stored in that specific shapefile. If we go back to the folder, so we open, so you can see that the size of the file is like 2 megabytes. So we can either use Python to open the shapefile. So I will put some link in the description so you can take a look at how to plot the variables and so on. But also you can open the in also QGIS or ArcGIS, so you can see all this. If you quickly want to like plot the data in Python, so we don't need to like read the shapefile because we already are working with the variables. So what we can do is we can import matplotlib pyplot as plt, and also we need to do this in order to save the plot into the Jupyter notebook, so in line. So now with this, so we can create a figure, adds. So plot one figure size of 10,8, and over here we can specify the airports shapefile plot. So let's plot this and plt show. Let's take a look at sorry, I forgot something. So adds, so we need to specify the axis, and also I'm gonna specify the color of the color of the shapefile. So let's take a look at subplots. Sorry. So now as you can see, this is so those are points, and we got the same graph that I just showed you in QGIS. Perfect. So that's it for our today video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button.